if dopamine comes from passion and either me pursuing it or sharing it, and realistically, inspiration, it creates dopamine in a really positive way. I always say to people, you've mastered your dopamine system when you stop thinking of it as a reward system. So low dopamine, desire, I'm going to get some energy, motivation to go and do something, put some effort into something, and that's going to create a reward where, I've got a peak of dopamine, and then I always go back down so that I get my low again, which creates my energy to go and do the thing again. So I always use, lunch as a good, example. We'd go to the shops, walk to the shops, go and get some ingredients, come home, cook, have a nice meal. People don't do that all the time now. They just pull up an app and get a Deliveroo. And that seems really convenient until you realize that is really damaging your dopamine system. And I talk about a lot in terms of your brain, neuroplasticity. Everything you do and everything you don't do affects your brain in a really serious way. And it doesn't care about what you talk about. It doesn't care about what you think about. It just cares about the receipts, what you've actually done. And it is like what you've done and what you don't do will affect all of this kind of neurochemistry. And so I think that when we're looking at like dopamine, it's trying to find ways of helping people celebrate the effort, forget the reward. When you enjoy the effort, like, James, why do you go to the gym? It's like, I'm not trying to get bigger or smaller or stronger. I just go because I like putting some effort into myself. It actually just makes me feel good. And it gives me a lot of freedom because I'm not trying to chase anybody or anything. I just do my thing. I play with movement. I love finding stuff I'm rubbish at. I always say to people that if you want to see me at my best, show me something I can't do. And if it's something that I value for my reasons, then that's something I light up about. I love finding stuff that I'm rubbish at because it's that joy in seeing my body change again, right? But dopamine really is about passion. And I think right now we're living in a world where a lot of people don't get to enjoy passions. Yeah. But I love, that Ben Stiller film, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And that's something that a lot of people would like to do and they don't do, but just, you sack off the desk job and you go and have some real adventures. And like we talked about this loads, right? Like, yeah, we can't go to Iceland and longboard down a volcano hill, but we could probably just go skateboarding for half an hour in the morning, like we did this morning. Like, how fun was that? We're like, rubbish. You know what I mean? You've got like kids doing 360s on their BMXs and you and me basically just trying to survive popping out of a bowl, right? But we had a blast, and what a way to wake up. Like, it beats a double espresso all day week, right? Oxytocin is emotional connection. Low oxytocin looks like resilience to change. It looks like depression. But at the same time, the only way to fix that is through action. You can't change that hormone without doing something. You can't action something without dopamine. Why is dopamine vital to life? You are not going to do anything without dopamine because it controls your motor system, your motor control. So without dopamine, your body won't move. You won't be motivated to do anything and be able to control your body. It's vital. Oxytocin needs dopamine. Oxytocin only comes from action. And then you get into serotonin. Yes. Serotonin is a natural healer, calmer. Low serotonin looks like anxiety. And so where do we get serotonin? And we get serotonin purely from being in nature. So under the sunshine, near running water, rivers, oceans, forests, mountains. Serotonin goes through the roof. Why is serotonin so important for fat loss? And so people are always going to blame high cortisol. I can't lose my belly because of high cortisol. I need to have mushroom gummies. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, the easiest way to get cortisol down is to get serotonin up. They kind of have a very powerful relationship with each other. So what happens when you go outside? Go into a forest. Cortisol drops through the roof. And what else happens? Serotonin goes through the roof. Look what happens to your body's water retention in that scenario. So get yourself outside. It's the cheapest weight loss drug in the world. And you'll sleep better, and you'll recover better, and you'll feel amazing. You'll feel less anxious. And so, yeah, serotonin is a big deal.